Hello, this is S.K. Williams, and boy, do I know how to pick 'em. This is the second poem that I shall be reading for the poetry readings for this particular channel. And as I did last time, I had a poem randomly selected for me by the website. And the poem that was selected for me was Invictus by William Ernest Henley. So, let's begin. Invictus by William Ernest Henley. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears, loom but the honour of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scrolls. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. This has been a reading of Invictus by William Ernest Henley. William Ernest Henley was born in Gloucester, England. He was a poet, an editor, and a critic. He actually attended the University of St. Andrews, where he studied under the poet T.E. Browne. At the age of 12, he was diagnosed with tubercular arthritis. This was a crippling ailment which afflicted him for his entire life. It necessitated the amputation of one of his legs just below the knee. The other foot was saved only through a radical surgery performed by Joseph Lister. The poem, Invictus, was actually written whilst he healed in the infirmary. In fact, this was the beginning of his poetic career. Henley's poems were about inner strength and perseverance in the face of adversity. And one of the reasons that people find his poems so powerful is because they do have that raw ability to speak to us during our sufferings and struggles. And even those who do not share his outlook on life do find his words powerful. Indeed, Henley had an unusual friendship with Rudyard Kipling, another poet, but a poet of strong Christian conviction. Henley himself was more or less a member of the free thought movement, which was not overly friendly towards Christianity. However, to be fair, Henley himself never was all that hostile to Christianity, although he did question it. He was also friends with a few other writers, such as the famous writer of Peter Pan, J.M. Barrie. He was also a very good friend of Robert Louis Stevenson, who wrote Treasure Island. In fact, the character of Long John Silver is based in part on Henley, especially the part with a peg leg, but also his personality. Henley led a very interesting life of the mind, and had a very nice career. And he regrettably died of tuberculosis only at the age of 53, taken rather young and early in his life. He lived between the 23rd of August, 1849, and the 11th of July, 1903. I will say this, though. Unlike the last poem I read, which was Langston Hughes' Let America Be America Again, also the first poem I read, this one I actually enjoy. I may not agree with Henley's outlook on life, but I can appreciate the perseverance of the soul that he spoke of here. And it does resonate with me in that stark defiance of destiny and refusal to as another poet put it, go quietly into that great night. I've never been one to be a rebel, but acting in defiance not of a proper authority, but of a cruel fate, unthinking, to strive against adversity, and to rise above it, or, even if to fall grandly in such defiance. That can be quite inspirational. And that is the only way we ever achieve anything. I don't have much else to say, so I shall end here. Thank you, God bless, and goodbye.